and the story or history of Abd ibn Abd al-Rahim. Have you heard of this name before? Abd ibn Abd al-Rahim. A possessor of Quran, and on the top of that, a warrior. In the book of Al-Muntazam في تاريخ الملوك والأمم, book Al-Bidayah wal-Nihaya, in volume 11, in the wafayat of 278, the people that died in the year 278 after the hijrah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The man is what? A worshipper, hafiz, and a warrior. Frequently fights in the battle against kuffar. When Imam Ibn Kathir mentioned him, he said, and then in this year 278, and the wafayat of it, at the very bottom of it, he said on the left side of it, he said, and in this year, among those who also checked out, or among the tariq that we will collect from this year, is Abd ibn Abd al-Rahim, qabbahahu Allah. May Allah curse him. I'm like, and Ibn Kathir, that's not his style. You know, you have some people whose mouth have no wudu, although they have ilm. But if you go against them, يعني ليلتك سود. مصيبة كبيرة والله العظيم. But Ibn Kathir wasn't like that. And he was a person of, you know, sakina, akhlaq. And if you read his books, you will see all of this. The man was not like, so Abd ibn Abd al-Rahim, qabbahahu Allah. May Allah curse him. And then he said, هذا الشقي, this wretched individual. I'm like, subhanallah, for the first time to see this type of language from a man like, you know, Ibn Kathir's, caliber. This Ibn Kathir, Abu al-Fida, the owner of Tafsir al-Azim, and Sahib of Hadith, Tariq, just name it. The man was an encyclopedic. So when I look, so okay, let's go, because if he is Ibn Kathir and as alim, لا تنتقد عالما. You cannot just go and you do intiqad of alim without knowing what he bases his statement on. So before you rebuttal that state, just wait. You know, just like when they blamed Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal for praying in the bloodstained clothes, they say, why will you be praying when your clothes is all soaked in blood? He said, لَقَدْ صَلَّى مَنْ هُوَ أَفْضَلُ مِنِّي وَثِيَابُهُ تَقْطُرُ دَمًا. Someone who is better than me prayed when his clothes was soaked in blood, referring to Umar ibn al-Khattab. حسب انتقاد الليث أمرا هينا ومن العويس تقنص الآساد. They think, you know, just going into the lion dens and attack and come back is easy. Not that easy. Ask Trump. Not everywhere can you just go like that. Some places you go, you may come back with a bow, and some places you will come with smoke. In any case, this man, قبحه الله وهذا الشقي. I'm like, let me follow Ibn Kathir for a minute. So as I'm following Ibn Kathir, rahimahullah tabaraka wa ta'ala, he said, كان من المجاهدين كثيرا. He was of those who used to frequently go to jihad, protecting the honor of the deen. And he was a warrior. And in one of the sieges of the Muslims, in one of the territories of Rome, he said, while this Hafiz and this person standing, during the siege, he eyeballed a beautiful girl. When he eyeballed her, waswas al-khannas, you know, shaitan, that individual, shaitan is the trickiest, ibadallah. Lo and behold, under the pressure of lust, he asked her, كيف السبيل إليك? How can I get to you? And she was in the fortress. كيف السبيل إليك? And then she replied, it's very simple and easy. أن تتنصر, just become a Christian. And it's over. وتحت وطأة الشهوة أجابها. And under the pressure of lust, he responded. And he became a Christian. Imam Ibn Kathir said, فاغتم المسلمون بذلك غما شديدا وشق عليهم ذلك مشقة عظيمة. He said this incident, what happened with Abda, he said that caused, mashaqqa upon the Muslim ummah, the Muslim community, hardship upon the Muslims. We came here to give them tawheed, and a qari among us is taken from tawheed to shirk. He said, فَمَا رَاعَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ إِلَّا وَهُوَ عِنْدَهَا. He didn't even pay mind to his tawheed. By the time we just blink, this man was on the top of the building in her fortress. Long story short, ibadallah, because of time, he said, فَبَعْدَ مُدَّةٍ. After a while the siege is still going on, we passed by the same fortress and we saw him with her. They asked him 4 questions. How many questions? 4. يا عبد ما فعل قرآنك. They say, يا عبد, what happened to your Quran? ما فعل صلاتك. What happened to your prayers? ما فعل عملك. What happened to your jihad and good deeds? وما فعل صيامك. And what happens to your fasting? Because he was known by all this. قرآن عمل وجهاد صيام وصلاة. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala mentioned that the tactics of the kuffar whenever they have captives among Muslims is that they will always bring to them in their presence the woman of exceptional beauty and ask them to choose whomever that they want, and they will be free. There are so many incidences, but I don't want to mix them today. Some stood firmly. So they asked him, what happened to your Quran? What happened to your prayer? وَلِسَانُ حَالِهِ مَنْ تَنَصَّرَ أَنَّ لَهُ الصَّلَاةِ. The one who is Christian now, what type of prayer are you requesting from him to make? You're talking about siyam. A Christian, in my Christianity, what type of siyam do you want from me? He said, وَأَمَّا الْقُرْآنِ وَأَمَّا قُرْآنِي. As for my Quran, he said, أُشْهِدُكُمْ أَنِّي أُنْسِيتُ. He said, I swear by Allah, I forget everything. Except 2 ayat. I forget everything except 2 ayat. Quran consists of 6,210 ayat. Some said 19 ayat, some said 30 ayat, but let's take the lowest, 6,210 ayat. He said, I forget all except 2 ayat. رُبَمَا يَوَدُّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْ كَانُوا مُسْلِمِينَ. That perhaps those who disbelieve in Allah will wish that they were Muslims. ذَرْهُمْ يَأْكُلُوا وَيَتَمَتَّعُوا وَيُلْهِهِمُ الْأَمَلُ فَسَوْفَ يَعْلَمُونَ. Leave them alone. Let them eat and let them enjoy. And let the beguiler beguiles them, and soon will they come to realization, and soon will they come to know. He said, these are the only 2 ayat that are in my heart. Ibadallah, what year is this? Not our year, the year that this happened. 270 what? 278. Right. Ibadallah, don't you see that this is what is happening in the high school with the Muslim boys and girls? Don't you see that this is what is happening in the university campuses? How many shab stop salah just because of Natasha or Natalia? One of the best huffaz, he was accepted in Oxford. Lo and behold, this hafiz, the top hafiz of that place, no need to mention the state, he also left al-Islam. Meeting with the family, the story given is very sad. And then history, like different stories, ibadallah. Now look at Abda ibn Abdul Rahim. Prayer, Quran, Salah, Zakah, and all of this he was known by and constantly jihad. What do you think about our children who have nothing? No Salah, except when they feel like. No Siyam, except their Siyam is video games or playing. And there is no Amal, except whatever that they want of this dunya. What do you think of them? Because it's only a hafiz, you think it's over? Ibadallah, last week there was a doctor who called me